All right, everyone, welcome back to the MangaVerse. I am your host, the Ice Dragon, Rayron VR. Welcome to another episode. We're probably going to be doing it at this time from now on, just because of things been changing IRL. So just trying to shift things, trying to get a new kind of routine going. And so we're going to be starting it at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know it's going to be hard for most people to watch this, but feel free to watch this on the replay. And if you are watching us on the replay, welcome back. So we got a few things to talk about in the manga slash anime mangaverse world. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So starting with, we've got some news that the Dr. Stone manga is going to be ending. Gets a new chapter alongside anime special this summer. And then another post here. Doctor Strange manga is officially ending with chapter 232. So I haven't particularly dove into this manga yet. I'm still trying to find version one, or not version one, volume one, excuse me. It is one that's on my radar right now and one that I want to dive into and start reviewing. And so let's go ahead and read what we got here. So this year's 14th issue of, uh, you can see the author here, of Weekly Shonen Jump magazine published the final chapter on Monday. Bochi and Richari's a Dr. Stone manga. Again, I apologize. I'm not even going to try because if I try, I'm going to butcher these names to hell and back. So, my apologies. The 13th issue had teased the manga would reach its climax in the 14th issue. The manga's 25th volume shipped in Japan on March 4th, and the 26th and final volume was shipped on July 4th. In addition, the manga will get a new chapter in Weekly Shonen Jump around the same time Dr. Stone special airs this summer. So the manga entered its final arc in September 2021. So it launched in the Manga Weekly Shonen Jump on March 2017. Viz Media is publishing the manga digitally and in print and inscribed the manga's first volume. Manga Plus is also publishing the manga digitally and in English. So the first television anime debut in July 2019. Crunchyroll streamed it for the first time as it aired, and Funimation streamed a dub of the season. The anime premiered on Toonami in August 2019. That's how I know about it. So I remember when that was premiering. So yeah, definitely one I want to get into. Dr. Stone Wars, the anime second season, premiered in January 2021. Crunchyroll streamed the series worldwide except in Asia, and Funimation streamed in English dub. The anime debuted on Toonami in May 2021. The anime will get a third season that will premiere in 2023 and will also get television anime special titled Dr. Stone Rizu that will premiere this summer. The special will be set after Dr. Stone Wars and will center around Ruji. Yeah, butchering. So yeah, another manga that is coming to a close. Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone. All right, what else do we got? So, um, man, you want to talk about a phenomenon that's just ridiculous right now. We've got My Dress Up Darling. Apparently, the main character here birthday was I think yesterday, and man, it just blew up Twitter. Every one of my anime feeds was just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay. But yeah, definitely. Come on, refresh. I hate when Twitter does this. But yeah, in its news, the My Dress Up Darling, the series has 5 million copies in circulation for volumes 1 through 8, 1.5 million copies more since anime broadcast. English release was Square Enix Books, which I actually want to open a new link and follow them. I'm not sure if I'm following them on Twitter because I'm surprised. Square Enix, I think they've done a couple of manga series lately. Yeah, I need to follow them. And let's also take a look at their website as well, because I need to save them real quick. I'm going to move my screen real quick here. So I'm going to add them to my favorites to release calendar. I think, yeah, I already have this. Okay. Yes. Yes, we do. Okay. Sweet. Sweet. Okay. I have it bookmarked. Yes, I do. I just wasn't following them. There we go. Now we're following. Let's see what we got here. We're going to go down kind of a tangent here. So let's see. New. This looks interesting. So this is Tokyo Aliens. This thrilling sci-fi fantasy series welcomes you to Japan, a top 10 destination for extraterrestrials looking for refuge, relaxation, and a good time, or just to raise a little hell. Pre-order Tokyo Aliens Volume 1. Interesting. That sounds right up my alley. It's got a Men in Black vibes a little bit just by reading that description. So, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to pick that one up. Let's see what other ones here are capturing. Was that a manga? Or was that a novel? Hang on, let me just double check. Do-do-do-do. Let's see here. What does this website tell me? Cover art. Okay, so yeah, it's a manga. Release date, oh, later this year. So this doing sci-fi fantasy series welcomes you to Japan, top 10 destination for extraterrestrials. Yep, just read that. Join one unsuspecting Tokyoite as he discovers that intergalactical tourist relations can prove to be a lot more dangerous than they seem. Shiny new high school first year Akira is also is as ordinary as they come. He's awkward, terrible grades, but loves manga. In fact, the only thing that really sets him apart from his peers is staunch determination. Never heard that word before. To follow his late father's footsteps as a police officer, but fate has its own plans for Akira. After witnessing a ferocious battle unfold between two strangers with unusual powers on the train, one whom looks like a tall, dark, and handsome kid in his grade, he finds himself kidnapped by no other than an alien. And as if being thrust into occasional violent and always complicated relations between humans and aliens wasn't mind-boggling enough, nothing could prepare Kira for learning the truth about his beloved father. 10.99. That seems really interesting. So that's going to come out November 8th, 2022. So that's going to be winter of this year. Winter. Yeah, that definitely sounds interesting. I gotta give props to Square Enix. They've been pumping out some very interesting stories. Yeah, that one looks pretty darn good. Square Enix. Let's see what else. Kind of a little bit of a rabbit hole we're getting ourselves into, but I'm okay with that. Novel, art book, novel, cool. So again, definitely a big hit they've got on their hands with Square Enix books. I think this is definitely putting them on the map when it comes to manga publishing. My Dress Up Darling. I have reviewed Volume 1 on this channel. Feel free to look at that video to get a better understanding of what it's all about. Quick recap is a very cute manga. If you are passionate about cosplaying, this is definitely the story for you. And it's a good story. I like it. Like it a lot. My Dress Up Darling. Okay. So we always keep laughing, There's this phrase that goes around that I tweet from time to time, and that the US comic book industry is failing. They keep alienating the fans. They keep putting woke agenda, woke politics into the comics, when we just want pure escapism. We want to be sucked into these characters, into these worlds, into these stories. We just want good storytelling. We want a good fantasy world to escape in, with Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, all these with Marvel and DC and all these characters that, everyone knows. And they're failing right now. US manga sales more than doubled in units in 2021, according to NPD Bookscan. Unit sales on manga and NPD tracked accounts were 24.4 million units in 2021, up 15 million units from 2020, which is a growth rate of around 160%. Manga is laughing right now. This is great. US manga sales more than doubled in 2021. APD reports sales up 160 in units. In units. Crazy. US manga sales more than doubled in units and retail tracked by NPD Bookscan in 2021. According to initial top line from info from the company, unit sales of manga and NPD tracked accounts were 24.4 million units in 2021, up 50% from 2020, a growth rate of around 160. Due to classification issues involving the titles of My Hero Academia, the actual number of manga units sold was likely larger for both years, which might have affected the growth rate somewhat. Yeah, My Hero Academia is also a really good manga. I need to get into volume 2. Manga's great year in 2021 is not a surprise. We've been seeing the category dominate in our monthly top 10, or excuse me, top 20 adult graphic novels chart, which is dumb that manga is considered graphic novel, which is, it needs to be separate. Needs to be separate. Often accounting for most or all of the top 20. See, for example, yep, and we did take a look at that as well. And I think we'll go ahead and dive back into this as well. I'm not sure if we captured this, but that is something I want to grab really quick once that loads. We've also appear among top sellers in comic stores. Yeah, no shit. A rare appearance over the past decade. Yeah, there's no surprise that comic book stores are converting to manga. We're just eating it up. So yeah, this was the top 20 graphic novels for December 2021 from November to January. So Chainsaw Man Volume 8, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 13, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man Volume 1, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, Lore Olympics, again, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Attack on Titan, Chainsaw Man, Kaisen, Death Note, Tokyo Ghoul. I haven't heard about Deserter. Kaizen, Kaiju, Toilet Bound. But yeah, you can see that manga just dominated. And just look at all the, you got Viz Media, Kodansha Comics, Yen Press. It is unquestionable how much manga is dominating escapism right now. And not only that, I wish I can find solid proof of the demographics for manga because I am convinced that the next generation is not getting into comics. They're not getting into Marvel or DC. They're getting into manga. And I one of these days I just need to record an outing to Barnes and Nobles and just show you guys how popular manga is. Like I went to another Barnes Noble in kind of my area-ish, if you count 2 hours as my local area. But anyways, they had one section that it was kind of a horseshoe shaped, and then I started reading the little signs on the bookshelves, and it said more manga in the music department. And it's like, oh, I need to go check this out. So I went to the music section, and it's like 2 rows of the music section was dedicated to manga, and it was packed with people. And mostly lot it was demographics was mostly my age or younger. Hollywood has lost the next generation. There is no doubt in my mind that the next generation is growing up knowing manga, and we're starting to see that. And as these stories get adapted to anime, get adapted to movies, they're going to get more and more popular. It is becoming not only it, it's not $1 million industry anymore. It's just a matter of time before it becomes $1 billion industry up there with gaming. Give it time. It's going to pass Hollywood too. Only a matter of time. And it's like as my generation, as the millennials and older, start to try to find escapism, they're going into these stories. Manga is laughing so hard right now on how well they're doing. Millions of copies sold, millions of dollars earned. It's becoming a massive juggernaut right now. One that should not be underestimated. And that's why I'm all on board on it. That's why I created this podcast. It's why this channel is called Timeless Escapism. And I'm focusing heavily on the manga front because there are so many good stories to review, to explore, to have fun in. And that's why I do this. So much fun. Again, manga is laughing so hard right now. And again, we go into comics and the polar opposites happening. They're failing. They put identity politics. They try to shove all this down your throat. And it's like, we use an example here of Star Wars The High Republic. They can't even give these comics away. No one's interested in these. Especially when you have like a lightsaber cutting through a tree and that sort High Republic Jedi stops and just sits there. It's like, it's dumb. Absolutely dumb that they can't even give these away. And it's like my local Barnes and Noble, they had a manga of the High Republic, and I came close to getting it just to review it for you guys, but again, I would be doing myself a disservice because that $10, instead of going to Disney and to Marvel, it can go into these other creators that actually have passion and heart and do this for the fans. That's why it's so hard for me to justify even getting one copy to review. Because again, I want my money to be worth it. Because this is just a hobby. This is just me trying to find some escapism, something to read and have fun. That's why I do it. That's why I do it. Okay. And then kind of the last bit of news that kind of broke yesterday, actually, is that One Piece card game is in development. One Piece tipped its hand as a new collectible card game based on the popular manga series in its development, according to an announcement released by Shonen Jump. The game doesn't have a formal title yet, but is set to go on sale July 2022. And thanks to Hobby Watch, which I do have pulled up here and have it translated from, this was all Japanese. I had Google translate to English. So yes, it was announced on March 7th, which I believe was kind of today. Well, yeah, it was yesterday. It was actually the March 7th when it got announced in Japan. A new card game project, One Piece card game with a motive of manga One Piece, will be released today in Weekly Shonen Jump. It was announced scheduled to be released in July. The price is still undecided, and you can kind of see here what it is going to look like. So that looks like a starter deck. You can see kind of the play mat here. And you know what? I'm interested because I haven't read One Piece yet. It's still on my to-do list, but I'm exploring to find some good card games. I got into Digimon and I really love that mechanics. Pokemon is still always going to be my kind of go-to for competitive play because I love Pokemon. It's just my thing. Magic, I try to get into it, but I don't like the thing about Magic is that it has the stacking system for triggers, for abilities, and so forth, and being able to counter things and dispel things. Pokemon doesn't have that. That's why I prefer Pokemon over Magic. But I've been definitely loving the Digimon card game. And with now One Piece coming about, maybe something I'll look into. And if you guys don't know, I do highlight some cards over on my Endless Collectibles channel. So I've been displaying some Pokemon TCG and some old school 90s Sailor Moon TCG, which I need to start getting more of those videos out. But yeah, you guys can take a look with the links down below. So yeah, here's some more of the mechanics of the card game. Here's some of the card art. Again, looks interesting. I like how the character dominates the card. I always loved the idea of full arts. So when they came out with it in Pokemon, man, I was in love. But this looks really interesting, and I look forward to playing it. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So One Piece card game will be different from existing One Piece themed card games like One Piece Kizuna Boost. The URL for Kizuna Boost officially website now redirects to a Japanese official site for the new game. It also appears to be planned for a global release. Open official website for One Piece card game covering Japan, China, Taiwan, and so forth. And then we also got a video here that you guys can go watch over on the YouTubes. So yeah, pretty cool. One Piece is getting their own card game. So definitely have to look into that for sure. Cool. All right, and with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at my latest manga haul. Some of this came from Facebook Marketplace, others from Barnes and Noble. So we'll just go through it one by one. So from last haul that I did, I had Blackbird Volume 3 because it was so cheap. It was like $2 for manga volumes. Like, of course I'm going to take that. And Blackbird was something that I wanted to read, so I finally got Volume 1 at a good price. So that's one that'll be up and coming. And finally, I found a copy of Naruto Volume 1. Everyone knows who Naruto is. I mean, come on. It was a meme for the longest time, and everyone was doing the Naruto run over at Area 51. And so I finally was able to get my hands on Volume 1. I can't wait to dive into this. So definitely excited for that. Finally got my copy of Spy and Family Volume 1. This is something that's been trending on Twitter for a while. A lot of people recommended it, and finally going to start diving into Volume 1. I got Call of the Night Volume 2. I have finished Call of the Night Volume 1. It was interesting. There'll be more to come in that video, but it was good enough to go into Volume 2. Unlike Rent a Girlfriend, which I saw Volume 2 a couple times at the stores I went to, and it's like, again, it's like that value for money. It's like, I know what the story is going to be about. I think I know what the trope's going to be. And I think what I may end up doing is watching the anime first, which goes against my rules, but I need to see if it continues the trope of what I think it's going to do. And if it does, I'm probably going to end up abandoning it completely, which will be a first for this channel. So we'll see. So yeah, Call of the Night Volume 2. This is one I've been wanting for a while. This is Mob Psycho 100 Volume 1. I have no idea what it's about. It just looked interesting, looked different. And it's like, you know what? I'll take a chance. Because sometimes getting into stories I have nothing about and I haven't heard any recommendations on, sometimes they'll be some of the best stories you ever read. So, again, from Reading Rainbow, take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. This next one looked kind of interesting because this was The Abandoned Empress. I've seen this one. So in one of my streams a while back when we were talking about kind of books that came out for the month, this one piqued my interest. Again, I don't know what the story is about. Definitely a little bit more expensive manga. I think it was like $20. But as you can see here, all the pages are colored, and it's a much more better texture that it's printed on. The book definitely feels high quality. It's got some serious weight to it compared to some other mangas. And so it looked like a good story to read. So I'm excited for this one as well. And I think is this a American manga? Yeah, I think this reads an American way. It's from the Impress though, but again, it's read in American way, so well, the Western way, I guess, is what you can call it. I don't know, but yeah. Anywho, okay. Last but not least, this is definitely one that was a last minute pickup because I was debating on this one. This was another one that was a little bit more expensive. This is around the $15 mark, I believe. Yeah, so a little bit expensive. It's got not a lot of content in here, but I took a chance on this one because of I'm a Cat Barista. Um, was also about the same price, 15 for the same amount of content pages. And it came from the same publishing company of Seven Seas Entertainment. And that book was my manga of the year last year because it was such a great story, such unique story. And this one is really good. It is cute. It is adorable. It puts a spin on cat lovers. If you're a cat lover like I am, I'm also a dog person too. This manga is for you. Um, I can't recommend it enough. I'm almost done reading it. I was trying to one shot it last night to get a book review out in a couple days, but I couldn't finish it because I was so tired. But this manga is cute. It is enjoyable. It is one of those that we always want to escape and enjoy just a good story. This is a great and cute story. So I highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it. But yeah, that is pretty much it. And as we slowly start to wind down this episode, I've got nothing else more to talk about. That's kind of the update for the week for the MangaVerse. Again, there's a ton more manga that I want to grab. And the next review, I've got it kind of scripted out, is Endins Zero. Endins Zero, which I'll go ahead and bring this right back up real quick. So this is the next one that's going to be coming out. I've got everything all scripted. I was trying to get this one out today, but it's going to be coming out tomorrow. As you can see, I already got my bookmarks ready to go. And this was the same author that made Fairy Tale. And as you can see, there's a lot of similar characters. I mean, we got the cat right there. Happy. We got Happy right there. So I'm very, very excited to do this video. It was a good manga. Definitely something that I've been wanting, which is a good sci-fi exploration. And yeah, definitely going to get it here. The worlds are fresh, the cities are unique, and it is a great world to escape into. So that is going to be my next review. Look for this one coming out tomorrow. All right, but with that, that is all that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any manga suggestions, feel free to list them in the comments down below so that way I can go ahead and look at it. And who knows, you may get a shout out as well. Like, comment, subscribe on this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support. And again, you got links down below to look at all my other content and how to support the IC Fellowship. Thank you guys for watching this episode of the MangaVerse. And with that, wing hugs to all, and to all a good night.